entirely original game, but id Software did supervise it. It's a pretty good game. Whenever we're good. Good. Give me just a second. Ready? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so the main speed tech in Doom 64 is there's actually not a hard-coded speed cap. Basically, the only cap in this game is how far you can move forward the control stick. So what I did before I started the run was I set the neutral reset of the stick to down, and then when I let go, the game thinks I'm holding up. And then when I actually push up, the game thinks I'm holding more up. So I just run twice as fast, and we'll be able to do a lot of crazy things with that movement tech. I also have run remapped to the L button. I have a rubber band holding it down right here, if you can see. And so I'm going to do a lot of really silly stuff with that crazy speed. It's really difficult to control, but makes this really fun to play. So I'm going to flip this. Gotta wait for a door to open, so I'm going to clear some enemies while I'm doing it. So the first thing comes right here. I have so much speed that if I go into a wall at just the right angle and just enough speed, I can grab the key just like that. So I clip into the wall for like a frame or two, and then the game pushes me back out, but it gives me the key just before that happens. Now, I still push that switch to start the puzzle for the key, because that starts the timer that stops this timer right here from happening. There'd normally be crushers in this hallway, but being able to push the switch and stop that timer from going is really nice. So speaking of timers, I gotta wait for that one to ride out so I can activate that one. So a lot of this game's being able to trick scripts into happening so that you can get other scripts to not happen in faster ways, or we'll be able to use the speed tech to be able to skip some triggers on the ground. So we're going to see one more key clip in this level. So hopefully I get this one quick. This one's a little finicky, especially with the guys shooting at me. Oh, that was pretty quick. Luckily, since we're doing Be Gentle, we won't need that Soul Sphere. We won't need a whole lot of power-ups to get through the run, but we'll still grab a few here and there. So main engineering is the first level that features enemy-based triggers. So we're going to have to be able to kill some enemies in order to make some scripted events happen. So I gotta wait for this pillar to rise when I can clear out some enemies in the meantime. So I'm gonna manipulate the Cacademas in a very specific way so they don't get in the way. And I have to kill these 2 lost souls in order to get to the center room. 2 shots is average. So the key spawns up there after I kill the lost souls, and I can get in the elevator. So if I do the speed right and skip a specific trigger, I can make a soul sphere appear really early. And it didn't happen. Sometimes there's a soul sphere trigger that that can happen. You skip it, and then you hit it on the way back, and it has the key and the soul sphere on the same position. And you can grab both of them. And then sometimes you'll even get a glitch soul sphere where the sprite's there, but you can't pick it up. I'm not really sure why that happens, but I can grab this one right here. Let's see if we can get the ledge run coming up. Oh, nice. That's good. Luckily, the early levels are generally pretty short and don't have too much going on.
So what are the differences in the difficulties at the start? You're doing the Be Gentle difficulty.
Yeah, this is Be Gentle. It's the easiest. And the other main category we do for this game is Watch Me Die. That's the hardest. That's equivalent to Ultra Violence in the PC Doom games. It has a lot more monsters. Everything does twice as much damage as it does in Be Gentle. So it's a very different category, and hopefully we'll showcase that off next marathon. But this is basically the true any percent. Just get to the end as fast as possible. There's time for a donation or two if you want to read something. Oh! I ran right through that graded window. That can happen sometimes. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, once again, this is Race to the Finish. We are here live from FX Game Exchange. We're raising money for Cook's Children's. We're at that $855 mark. So we're only 145, excuse me, off that big 1K. So let's get there, guys. Let's make that push. Come on, $1, $2, anything a little bit will help get us closer there. So, yeah.
Got time for one more. Unless we just ran out.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
That's all right. So there's another little trick right here. I'm going to wait for this elevator, and I'm going to reset the timer on this door so I can run straight out after I grab the key. Just small optimizations here and there add up. This is the worst key in the game. I have to get in this little tiny pit to grab the key, and it's really easy to just overshoot it with running speed. Though it's by far the worst key in the game.
Since you had that reset so that the game thinks you're always holding forward, how do you deal with that if you want to stop? Or because if you hold back, that only puts you at neutral, right?
I actually have reverse mapped to up C, and it does it at running speed, so it just cancels out whatever control stick movement I want to do. Yeah, the controls, the default control mappings in this game are pretty awful, but you can remap anything you want, so I just make something that's really, really nice for this. So there's a couple skips coming up. We're gonna get one coming up here after I lower this pillar in the middle of the room here. So if I go quickly enough, and I can make a really large chasm jump right here and not have to flip switches, and I got it.
Nice.
So clear them out, and then if I kill some enemies in the next room, then more enemies appear, so we're going to try and skip that altogether. Please get out of the way. Please. This is not what okay. Yeah, if I kill that Hell Knight, then a Pain Elemental spawns at the other side, and he spawns more Lost Souls, and it just gets worse and worse. So, skipping it's the way to go. Yeah, monster movement in this game is generally random, but you can do a few things to just manipulate their positions, like being able to move to the side of the wall. They'll generally move to the side. So here's a level that if I did it normally, it would probably take about 2 minutes. But we just skipped a trigger for Lost Souls. We're going to grab a key about a minute earlier than I was supposed to by using the speed. And we're just going to come over here. Normally I have to raise a bridge, but forget that. And that's done in like 18 seconds.
How long would that take normally?
About 2 minutes. And this is, if you've seen previous runs at GDQs or not, normally there's a lot of hard tricks in this level, but they made the mistake of putting the exit right here. And unfortunately, I accidentally skipped the trigger for the exit. It can happen sometimes where if you go too fast over a trigger, you can skip, like I just did the second time. But that's fine. We jumped straight to the final room, and I can just kill the Barons and not have to do the rest of the level. So if I was not unlucky, then I would have instantly left the level the moment I clipped through the fence. So the way that works is if the game lags a lot, it kind of fails collision detection for a frame. So I get against the wall, use the super shotgun to create a lot of lag, and I just push up into the side and get enough speed to go through the fence in the frame that is not detecting collision. So that's the biggest skip that was found since this was last showcased at a marathon. There will be a couple more instances of that. And this was the first arena level where we just need to kill a bunch of enemies to make stuff happen and just finish out. There's not any like exploration or anything, it's just a bunch of combat. So I'm going to use a very specific route to manipulate all the positions. And then we're also going to get into spawn prevention right here. So normally 2 Barons spawn right about now, but if I put myself in just the right position, then I can just body block where they would spawn, and they just don't spawn. So that takes care of 1 Baron that I don't have to deal with, and I don't have to kill 1 more. Yeah, that was a good level. .46 is pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to start stockpiling energy. There's 4 different ammo types in this game: bullets, shells, rockets, and energy. Energy is used to power the plasma gun and the BFG, which are going to be 2 of the most useful weapons. And luckily, in Be Gentle, there's a big surplus of energy to find, so we won't have to manage it too much. We're just going to grab those 2 big packs, and that'll keep me stocked for a while. So hopefully I'm going to be able to skip a trigger involving some lost souls. I didn't get it, but it's not that big a deal on this difficulty. Yeah, lost souls are pretty aggressive in this game. They're a lot more aggressive than PC Doom. They'll just attack and attack. So I'm going to push the switch right there. That actually makes a hidden BFG become reachable. We'll grab that on the way out. And you'll actually get a first use of it right here. Just clear the way to the exit. So TerraCore is a bit of a weird level with how the game engine is. It's not a true 3D game. It just kind of tricks you with that. It's because it's actually a 2D game based on... I don't know the exact specifics anymore, but the way the game deals with height for Doom guys, like you have stairs or anything rises and lowers like elevators or lifts. So this level has a bunch of bridges that rise and lower when you step on certain triggers. And if you, like we saw earlier, if you go past the trigger too fast, you'll end up skipping the trigger, and you can end up with just a giant hole in the floor that you cannot cross. So we're going to do, anytime I try and pass by triggers, then I try and slow down a bit to make sure I don't miss that trigger. And I actually soft locked here earlier. Oh, there's an instance of that. There's another instance of that. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's not good to get soft locked there. Another trigger skip. That one does not want to cooperate. It's fairly random, like what gets skipped and what doesn't, even if you're running top speed. And hopefully I'll get good luck with these enemies coming up. That's fine. So we're going to get 1 more fence clip in this level to get to a key early. It saves about probably like 5-6 seconds. And then we're going to do a big jump that skips the rest of the level. Grab the key from the wrong way. So I have the neutral reset set to down right now. I'm going to actually set it to diagonal in a bit. And I'm going to use a button that's dedicated to strafing to keep myself centered. So I'm going to have this shotgun out. I've already reset myself. I have a point on the wall, and I just run across a really giant gap and skip all that. So that skipped about a good minute or so. Normally we'd take the old route, took the secret exit to the lair and played through that because it was still faster than doing the normal route. But ever since that skip was found, we just skip everything altogether. And we just don't play any secret levels anymore.
So how much does this still, like, does that kind of trick still work on the other difficulties as well?
Yes. It's all movement, so you don't have to worry about it. You just have to clear out a couple more enemies to make sure they don't block you. Same thing applies, though. So the trick, that's another script right there that activates the dart trap and makes that key appear. And I've got to wait to press another switch, so I'm going to clear out a couple imps just to reduce some lag for later. And, okay, I could have cleared out a couple more, that's fine. So I got kind of bad luck with those specters. Yeah, not much in Be Gentle will like really kill you. It's just time wasters here and there. So hopefully the Hell Knights in this hallway play nice. I'm gonna lure this one against the wall so I can run past him. And hopefully he stayed there. Yeah. Nice.
So we get a chance to get a pair of donations to read.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we have a $25 donation saying, "Hey, Kirby Master here, just arrived back in Madison. Had a blast at the short time at the marathon. Good luck to Duck, Fist, Zelllooo, and the rest of the runners for today." We also have an anonymous $25 donation. Thank you guys so much for all those. Please keep those coming in. We're getting so close.
Okay, this is going to be one of the few levels that I actually could die in if I don't play well. There's a good deal of combat for Be Gentle, so I'm going to use BFG to clear out the Hell Knights. So the way the BFG works is you have the main shot. Anything that it hits does about, it's like 800 damage, I think. And then after that, a wave of invisible tracers come out of Doom Guy. They come out of Doom Guy at the angle that the shot was fired, but at the position Doom Guy is currently in. And the total combined damage of all those tracers is about 2,000, which is a lot to say the least. So we're going to, it's really nice to be able to just like fire a shot and then run around a corner. Just let all that do the work. I might need one right here. Okay, I got it all right. So one shot to clear him out. Oh. Yeah, that went fine. So short level coming up. This is the only level with a consistent key clip. If I just hold forward here, always get it. Never a problem. It's like the positioning is just perfect, I guess, and it just works out that way. Yeah, there's not too much interesting going on in this level on Be Gentle.
So that consistent setup, is that in part also due to, you think, being the fact that you hold up against that one spot, or?
Yeah, you're always teleported to the same spot, so you never have to worry about missing your mark. Just weave my way in and out. Not too much else going on in Blood Keep. Just want to make sure I don't miss that key. I've run off the edge before and missed the key entirely. Oh. Just want to make sure this Baron comes towards the wall so I can get by him. Yeah, I had to be really careful what weapons I use at times because the plasma rifle is good here, but it also does cause a lot of lag, so I need to be careful with my shots. Yeah, luckily lag isn't that big an issue in this game, like especially not on Be Gentle. There's not too much going on that actually causes lag for Be Gentle, and Watch Me Die is pretty manageable.
You mentioned during that one clip that you induced lag with the shotgun. Are there any other weapons that can do that, or do you want to avoid firing weapons sometimes because of that?
No, there's not. Just like the plasma rifle is probably the biggest offender for lag, but using the super shotgun against the wall like that is the only real good application of it. And it's also bad if you accidentally shoot a wall that you don't want to get into because you just lost about a second from nothing. So if I do this shot right, I'll kill everything in this room in one hit. Nice. And the moment all those die, that lowers. So, and if you're not at the middle platform, then you just lower into a pit of blood and you're dead. So it was a really dick move on whoever developed that level. So this level is part exploration, part arena. So we're going to do the exploration part first. We're going to get a key and flip a switch. And then we have the arena part. So I'll talk about it now. Basically, there's several waves of enemies that show up, and I only need to clear certain ones in each wave in order to move on. And if I do it all right, I should be able to do this level in a minute. all the zombie guys, kill these 2 demons. The imps are lined up to just kill all of them anyways. So now we have the Hell Knights. I kill this one here. And then this one here. I'm going to spawn prevent an Arachnotron, hopefully. Or I guess not. He got in the way. It's only 1 extra shot I have to use. And then I have to kill a Cyber Demon. Really, really carefully. So I'm going to take the aggressive strat and hope I don't die here. 3. Nice, he died quick. Yeah, he cooperated really well. Sometimes if you shoot him, he'll shoot instantly, he'll delay, or he'll just not shoot at all. And you actually want him to shoot quickly because then you can easily dodge his rockets and counter with the BFG shot in the face. Like when I was talking about the tracers earlier, the best way to kill something like that, just run up and give it a hug after you fire. So this has a pretty significant skip that was found not too long after SGDQ last year. And it'll skip 2 rooms that are basically auto-scrollers. So it saves a good minute or so. Quickly run past all these guys. You see that window right there? Set it up. More like what window? It's like the grating right there is only a texture, and it actually doesn't block you from getting through. So we used a little bump on the floor to get it just enough height and speed right through into the window, and we go straight to the red key and skip about a minute. Really, really silly. So this is just a big maze of switches. He's in the way, but they're in the way. It's not the right weapon. I was about to fire the rocket launcher in my face, and that hurts. Okay, he's out of the way. Yeah, this is still a really scary part, even in Be Gentle. Because I could be firing rockets in my face, or something could block me, and then the Hell Knights I skipped catch up to me. We're doing all right now, though. Get that key. And hopefully the Hell Knights will not be blocking me, and if so, I'm in trouble. Alright, we're fine. All we gotta do is just get out. This used to be the longest level in the run, but now Unholy Temple is the longest level. We'll get to that later. Out of the way. Shove this paint elemental to the side so I can skip by. So that was a pretty good spawn fear. Yeah, 224 is okay. So we go from one of the longer levels to the shortest level. You got it time for a quick donation if you want.
I think we're pretty much caught up at the moment. Oh wait, no, we don't. We have a $25 donation from Cure, who did Shinobi 3 earlier. Good cause, games and runners. I hope there will be more of these. I do too.
So Breakdown has a really weird trick. Normally I'm supposed to hit a switch from the top in order to make the key pillar low down, but I'm just going to shoot it from here, and it somehow works. The game just thinks, well, you hit it at the bottom. That must be the top, right? It's like, works for me. Yeah, not much happens until we get to the yellow key room. Unless I miss somebody. Hopefully I'll get all the pinkies here. They haven't been cooperating lately, and I need to kill all of them to get out of the room quickly. Gonna rocket these guys out, and we're gonna BFG, and not all of them died. That's probably last. Okay. Yeah, the room's locked until you kill all of them, and even if you manage to like keep the door open, there's actually some bars that don't go down either until you get rid of them. So you're definitely stuck. So we just skipped a big chunk of the puzzle there just by slipping through the barrier. I can go over here to get the yellow key. Oh, nice double kill. Now, the one scary part about this level and the next level is the exits, actually. The exits are basically teleporter triggers. But remember, if I go past the trigger too fast, I'll skip it. And you can easily just run past the trigger and soft lock down the well. And that's happened actually once before. So I slowed out intentionally just to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh. Pitfalls is one of the more interesting levels. The design of the room was actually going to change a lot later. So use speed to get across there quickly. Normally I'd have to go hit a switch and raise a bridge, but if I lure this Cacodemon out, BFG him out of the way, I can actually just clear the way so I can just jump across. Now this key bump's optional. Let's see if I get it. I didn't get it. So I give myself one shot at that. It just saves like maybe like 4 or 5 seconds to get it first try. But the flip side is I do get some extra energy for later. So I'm going to clear him out of the way, or not. Where are you? So now I'm going to use my invincibility to run past everything in the way. Now I didn't close that door. Oh, that's bad. It's alright. Yeah, be gentle. It's not a big deal. Just gotta run back up. And as I was saying, I didn't close that door with the other Baron earlier, so he might be following me around. He might get in the way. So we're just gonna see what happens there. So let's see if he cooperates. Okay, he didn't follow me, so that's good. So we can just get straight to the exit. That part's really scary on Watch Me Die, because you have about 4 of them following you, and you basically play lotto if you die or not.
How much RNG in this run is there as far as what follows you, what shoots at you? Or is it all positioning?
Pretty much, there's very little positioning. Like, positioning is only really good for the movement, but as far as when they attack you and all that, that's all up to chance. You can sometimes like shoot at them, make them go into a pain state, and pray they shoot back, but it's just a lot of RNG. And the biggest thing about Doom is just really how well can you manage the RNG. So I gotta wait for this trap to go through. Another scripted event. I don't have to wait too long. And my health honestly doesn't matter as long as I'm not dead, because I'm gonna get a free refill in a second. So take this hidden passage here. I can skip straight to the Megasphere. Get all these guys out. And one more shot on the way back to clear any more of them. Yeah, luckily this is one of the easier levels, even on Watch Me Die, so it's not that bad. Now this room actually here, we can actually skip getting this skip this trap if you do a diagonal neutral reset and do it from the perfect position and speed. You can grab the key so fast you get out before the walls close in. However, we don't do that because if you miss, you basically get stuck in the wall and you soft lock, and that's not worth it this late into the run. Not to mention the time it saves is probably about 7-8 seconds, and you'd probably spend more time setting it up anyways. So we got a big arena section at the beginning. I need to kill Arachnotrons to get up. Then I'm gonna have to kill some Spectres to get up. He didn't die. So I'm not sure how many Spectres I've killed, but I think the BFG took care of one of them. There are 2 of them. There should be 1 more Spectre. Where are you? Did I really kill all of them? Okay, I guess I must have killed all of them and didn't even realize. That first BFG shot must have killed a couple of them. So now we have the High Knights. So now they're taking care of the switch weapons. I'm going to make a quick detour and get all this energy right here. This is the laser, by the way, the Unmaker. It's bad for a speedrun because we don't have any power-ups from the secret levels for it, so we just don't use it. But that energy will last me pretty much to the last level, which will be coming out for a couple levels. So I've got to wait for a script, a whole bunch of waves. And after I kill this wave, then the Baron spawns and I can finally hit the switch. So I'm going to start talking about a trick right now for the next room past this red door. There's going to be a bunch of there's going to be a key that shows up, and the game tries to make you follow it around by disappearing over and over. But if I do this right, I'm going to be able to skip the trigger and get this. Nope, that's 1. That's 2. Last chance. I got it. Okay, I at least got it on the last try. So if that didn't happen and I hadn't grabbed it, then I would have had to get the key from the pedestal up top, and that would force some cacodemons to spawn outside, and the castle would be locked until I killed them. So that saves a good chunk of time to get it even 3rd try. So the Hell Knights are running around a bit, but we don't have to worry about them for a while. And they'll just get in the way. They're not a threat. So the gimmick to this level is that I have all the keys, but I couldn't reach the exit because it's blocked by 3 solid barriers. So I took a detour to that little switch room past the yellow door, and I needed to put in 3 different combinations in order to open new areas up. Now the combinations don't change, thankfully. You just flip one switch and then move clockwise? Yeah, clockwise from there. So they stay the same game to game. So this is the last area I need to go to because the last switch is in the last room. So that's 2 of them. So we just make a trip back to the red door room. Hopefully the Hell Knights will not get in the way. That's fine. So we spawn this last Hell Knight here. Kill him off. Stairs raise. We're out of here. Longest level. So next level's really, really short, and especially if I actually do it right. We're going to do one more fence clip, just skip a little bit of running around, and then we're going to fight one more Cyber Demon. So I'm going to get set up for a diagonal. Oh, or I guess I'm just going to fall. I'm going to get set up for a diagonal reset right here. I'm going to cause lag. Come on. There. Make sure I'm set on center. And one more Cyber Demon to fight. Oh, he gave me a good pattern right off the bat. Just going to attempt the hits. Nice. And I can grab a Megasphere right here. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone for it that aggressive if I didn't have that much health. Because I've hit like 23 health and almost bit the dust. Grab just a few bits of energy. So this is the last level. Time will be coming up after this. It's just one big arena shot. I just got to survive a bunch of monsters, kill them all, kill the Mother Demon, and I'm done. Okay, so they're spawning right now. So I'm going to wait a bit to pull them out. So, the more pain elementals that spawn at the start of the fight, the better, because I don't have to deal with them later, because my invincibility sphere is really nice. So, I got really good luck. I think like 10 of them spawned right off the bat. So this makes a lot less lost souls running around the arena and bumping into my rockets. Because it's still pretty possible to die on this level and on Be Gentle if you get a lot of unlucky rocket shots. So I'm just going to kind of drag him around the arena. If we visited the secret levels like we would in a casual playthrough, then we'd have the special demon artifacts that would close the gates and I could go instantly to the final boss. But that just takes way too much time. Like one of the keys comes after Spawn Fear at the very end, and then you'd have to do like an extra like 2-minute level on top of that for Be Gentle, and it's more like 5 minutes for Watch Me Die.
Is there a 100% category for this game?
There technically is, but no one runs it. Bad luck on the spawn. I had to wait for him. Yeah, really bad luck on the spawns. They just didn't want to show up. Okay. So, 1 shot, 2 shot, and bye. And then we just kill ourselves off. And that's time.
33:56.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty good run. I actually set like a 32:59 when I was practicing yesterday, and well, it's world record, but there's no video of it, so whoops, that's the best I'll do for now. So, that was a lot of fun.
How long, can you load up and do a couple Watch Me Die levels? Are you practiced enough and comfortable doing that? Or?
Yeah, I can do like a first couple of levels.
So, because we're quite a bit ahead of schedule. So.
All right. Yeah, we can go into Watch Me Die a bit. So we'll just do like the first couple. They won't be too much different. Well, this one might be. So, staging area on Watch Me Die is really difficult. It's actually one of the most difficult levels in the run because there's a lot of shotgunners and I don't have a whole lot of equipment to work with. And the key actually got moved. The blue key actually got moved to a secret area right here. So it's actually, a lot of runs actually do die in staging area because it's just, I can get shot to death so easily like that. And then there's six pinkies in this room, so it's a little difficult to get around them without getting trapped. And if you're trapped, you're pretty much dead. And then another like 6 or 7 in here. So a lot of Watch Me Die is when you're actually not fighting, you have to do some really, really tight maneuvers. So I can do Terraformer real quick. So there actually would be a different strat for this level. Yeah, the beginning is mostly the same, but the way we get the yellow key is actually different. So we get the blue key normally. As normal as it gets. Oh my god. It does not want to cooperate. Okay. So flip the switch again. But there's a lot more shotgunners and other enemies blocking the hallways. I have to wait. A lot more imps. See, I kind of wish this level was later in the run because I just take a 20-second break, don't have to do anything. But every time we start a new run, it's like, oh, got to sit through Terraformer again and just watch the wall. Or just punch the wall.
So what's going on right here? So why you have to wait?
Yeah, the Terraformer basically pushes down the ground to make this passageway open. Okay, so this room right here, instead of going to get the key, there's way too many enemies. So we're going to clear out the shotguns. We're going to get the yellow key the normal way, actually. But the reason we do that is when we get the yellow key this way, this hidden room opens up over here. It has 20 rockets in it. Now, I didn't have to worry much about ammo management and be gentle, but Watch Me Die, you really have to manage your rockets and energy really carefully because they're a lot more scarce. And you need them a lot more for more difficult combat. But Terraformer didn't change too much. If you want, I can show one more level that is pretty significantly changed.
Let's do it.
Let me get my memory cards.
This is one of the rare N64 games that uses memory cards.
I know, right? It basically just saves your passwords. It's just a lot more convenient. Because God knows I'm not going to memorize like 50 passwords. So. I didn't load the memory card. Hold on. It does that sometimes. It does like some weird ass check. So do this. Alright, so we'll go back to Watch Your Step. This was the big arena and exploration combo level. This level's the route is completely different for Watch Me Die. I don't have much health on the start either. We're gonna grab a little extra health just for safety. What's my energy? Oh, my energy's good. Okay, so getting up to the switch is the normal part, but instead of backing all the way back out to the arena early, we're actually going to take this route. We're going to open up some secret areas for later. So I open that one, that'll open one alcove. And then we open this one right here. So now the two secrets are in place for later. Now the arena portion has a lot more enemies to deal with. It's a really, really scary part. Especially with low health like I have. I didn't grab a berserk like I should have. Okay. I've kind of lost track of what enemies are where. That should be it. Okay. So more imps. More enemies in general. This part's really scary. I don't want to use a rocket launcher yet, because otherwise I'll get shot at or trapped. So this one needs to die. Yeah, they have a habit of just getting in the way. And everything hits a lot harder on this difficulty too. No, that wasn't it. That should be it. Okay, so all the Arachnotrons in the Mancubi have spawned now, and there's a lot more of them. So we're going to enter those 2 secrets that I opened up earlier. Get a refill on our supplies. Ooh, I almost died. So now that I have invincibility and a refill on everything I need, we're going to BFG up. Hopefully get rid of all of them. Was that the last one? Yes. And then there's 2 Cyber Demons on Watch Me Die, which is why the invincibility is really critical. Because you do not want to deal with these guys head on with nothing to work with. But you do it quickly, you can get through before the invincibility fails. So. Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Stay tuned for Final Fantasy IV.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be right back after a short setup period.